Do you believe in reparations?
Do you believe that reparations are owed to black people?
Yeah, so I 100% agree with the moral case for reparations.
Coates, and I 100% agree with the moral case for reparations. This country was built on the backs of slaves, and there's no two ways about it. Say clearly, at a minimum, there should have been an official apology from the highest levels, like just owning up to the fact that this is a debt that is owed to descendants of slaves. I read Ta-Nehisi Coates, and I 100% agree with the moral case for reparations.
I read Ta-Nehisi Coates, and it's clear that this country was built on the backs of slaves.
I'm on the record saying H.R. 40 is a necessary step, and we need to head in that direction.
And so the question is, what can we get done as a society to help try and make that right? When in reality, there's really nothing anyone can do that can make that right. Like, you can't go back and undo, decades of subjugation and inhumanity. There's no dollar amount you could be everything is now copacetic.
What would it look like in an Andrew Yang administration?
Well, I would certainly never put my viewpoint or expertise over the people that have literally studied this for decades, and that's what H.R. 40 is about people coming together and figuring out what reparations would look like.
And I'm a numbers guy, and I agree that, reading Ta-Nehisi Coates' analysis, if you were to put a number on it, that number would be enormous. Rightfully, if you were to put a number on it, the number is in the trillions, realistically. Because then if you look at that dollar amount and then grow it over time and extrapolate it. So the question is, how do we get started? And what I'm going to suggest is the way we get started is we put $1,000 a month into everyone's hands. That would be literally hundreds of billions of dollars in the hands of African Americans every single year.
And to me, this freedom dividend we're talking about is not reparations.
But you start with something that will disproportionately help people of color.
This is just a foundation, a floor that we set for all Americans. And I believe it would actually accelerate us toward having a better, more meaningful conversation about what reparations would look like. So to me, the question is, what can we get done? There's nothing that we can do as a society that would actually undo that harm or make that right. There is no redoing history. But the path forward, to me, if we put this dividend in place, and at least it starts strengthening communities, and then we can take real steps forward towards, hopefully, again, can't make things right, but hopefully you can start moving things in the right direction.
Andrew Yang, I like you, sir.